Welcome to our Rescheduled live. It just happened to fall on Easter Sunday.
Wow. Who's had an Easter egg? Anyone?
No.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Mine's waiting.
Oh. Was that before or after the ice cream van?
I haven't had ice cream.
I heard you outside your house and you were out and you were skipping down the road. You wanted strawberry sauce on it. I know.
We're playing on that.
How you been, Bob?
Yeah, not been too bad. Busy week. Yeah. Same old, really. Sorry, I'm Googling off for some reason.
Jez, how you been?
I'm doing all right, thank you very much. Yeah.
Good.
Busy as always.
Anne, yourself, you okay?
I'm good, yeah.
Good. Glad you were all everyone's well. So we apologise for last week, with us not being on, which was mainly down on myself being quite poorly after my COVID jab. But yeah, feeling a lot better. Even though I was feeling a bit ill today, feeling a lot better. Glad we've managed to get on this weekend. I know we've got a lot of stuff to cover. But yeah, just want to start off by wishing everybody in the chat happy Easter. We've still got another day left. I thought we were back to work as normal tomorrow, and went to drop some parcels off, and the shop said no, not today nor not tomorrow. So yeah, we hope you're having a good Easter break. You done anything over the Easter period, you guys?
Went to feed the ducks and that today with the family.
Cool.
Tried fixing the cougar, but no luck. But apart from that, that's okay.
Cool. Bob, anything Easter? You've got a bunny. That's halfway through, isn't it? Really?
He's somewhere.
Yes.
He's there. He's just behind there.
Did either of you or Dawn do anything? A bunny, Easter, chocolate egg, give the bunny an egg to give to one of you? No?
No, just
okay.
Typical sort of Sunday, really.
Okay. And Anne, apart from the ice cream van, anything happening? Did Liam buy you an egg?
No, he didn't this year, but I said I wasn't bothered because we just buy each other car stuff if need be.
Wow.
Sorry, Dawn's just got me a picture.
I knew it. That's very cute. Right, so yeah, we got quite a lot to chat about tonight, to be honest. From birthdays to members to sponsors to staff that have left, to new staff that have joined. A bit about myself, events, website updates, etc. So just wanted to start off with birthdays. Got a few birthday shout outs. I know we're on, apart from being on the website, we've got people probably watching us on Facebook group, also the media group, on the website and on YouTube. You can give us a thumbs up and a like and even a comment after the live is finished. It all helps the algorithms and it makes us get out there a bit more, if that makes sense. So birthdays, who's had birthdays? Hey, it was my daughter Lisa White's birthday. Hey, I know she might be out for a walk tonight, but I did say that I would give Lisa a shout out. So yeah, if you're walking around Belvedere and you see a little tiny person that looks very angry, I'm only kidding, Lisa. Lisa, happy birthday for the other day. Other birthday shout outs, Lewis Booth. I think that was yesterday. Danny Wakefield had a birthday. So did Ben Smith. And today, 3 people on Easter Sunday had a birthday. Katie Salis, Lee Nuthall, and Gary Greenwood. So happy birthday to all you good guys. Hope you had a cool birthday. If anyone wants a birthday shout out on the channel, on the website, wherever, just drop us a message and we'll get that done. A few memberships, people that have taken out memberships. Christopher Dodd, Mark Muff, Stuart Percy, Jamie Eaton, our very own Matt Willis, Paul Hollis. Paul, if you're watching, I have got your membership application. Just been busy with it still being Easter, but that will get all done within the next 24 to 48 hours. People that have renewed memberships, Andrew Paul, Matthew Bloomfield, and again our very own Ian Hadley. Ian, I have got that, and I will sort that out for you as well. So a massive thank you to those guys. Do you guys want to add anything on the birthdays or the memberships?
Oh, just thanks very much for supporting us, and happy birthday to you.
Thank you. It's not till September, but cheers.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, Tony Bonus. All right.
So yeah, we've had quite a lot going on with sponsors, but before we do that, I think we might have a little. We're to delve into the chat, Bob, and I'll try and keep an eye on the Facebook part as well, so I can let you know who's saying what.
Yeah, no worries. We've got Cole Scott, evening all.
Hi, Cole. Hope you're well.
Cheers for joining us.
I hope your dog is doing well. I know you've got a new pet in your life. I apologise. I can't. Can anyone remember the doggy's name? I can't remember. I'm sorry. Barry the poodle.
Barry.
Doodle. Yeah, it's a cool name actually. Barry. It suits him. Hi, Barry.
We've got our own Liam Andrew. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Liam. Liam with his big blue Mondeo, which is absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see it, to be honest. Timed that well. My takeaway is just arrived. Wow. Well, where are they taking you? Are you kidding?
Get the white jacket first.
Hi, Sabrina.
Hi, Sabrina.
Cheers for joining, Sabrina. We have got Adrian Pearce, evening.
Hi, Adrian. Hope you're well. Just a bit of a shout out to Adrian. I put a bit on the club about my Focus wagon that I got it sorted, and Adrian has messaged me saying, "Yeah, my car's now playing up." But I believe, Adrian, you've got yours all sorted now, so that's absolutely awesome. If you haven't and you get it sorted, then that's still absolutely awesome.
We've got our first Facebook user saying hey.
Hey, that's a little tiny person. I believe they're little. They're not really. They're really tall. Hey, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
We've got James Vincent over on YouTube. Hey, everyone. I hope everyone has hope everyone has had a good Easter so far. Cheers, James.
Hi, James. We have. Thank you very much.
I'm tucking some Easter eggs soon, don't worry.
Yeah, mine's fun.
Jez, do you want to do the honors?
It's live at Sunday. Must be 4 Club GB YouTube Live with Anne, Jez, Bob, and RJ. Hello to the great and good of 4 Club GB.
Hi, Dave.
Well, how Dave do?
Yes.
No, some kind words for us, Dave. Thank you.
You're very kind.
We have Chris Rickson. Evening, everyone. Evening,
Hi, Chris. Hope you're well.
Chris?
Got Liam Miller. Evening, Neil. I think he's just out of shot there, isn't he?
Yeah,
Just
he is.
see him.
Yeah.
Just
There you go.
Yo!
little sausage.
I thought that was just saying something to you.
Liam also says, "No, I didn't buy an egg. Paying for a tint soon."
Oh,
Bear in mind, that's my birthday, though.
Yeah. Facebook user Bob, love the full pic behind you.
oh, let me have a look.
Might be able to show it a bit better.
That is Ashley Hardy.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were toying about putting these in the shop, wasn't we?
It
Posted.
was, yeah. I think they would be absolutely awesome. I know we do need to update the staff bit on the About Me page in there, actually.
Question for you, Anne.
Is that a fishbowl you're supping on? Not quite. Shut up saying yeah.
It's a tadpole bowl.
It's not that big.
It's slightly smaller than a fish bowl.
Is it a trick of the camera?
Yeah.
Mel Turner saying evening, Mel.
Even though.
Hi, Mel. Hope you guys are well, and I hope Tyson's doing well. I still remember Tyson. Yeah. I need to see Tyson again to help me with my mental health, I think. One cute little dog.
Anne, do you want to do the honors?
Aaron. Oh my god, am I going to try and pronounce that? Hi, all from Guernsey.
Cheers for joining, Aaron.
Hi, Aaron. Welcome. Thank you for joining.
We've got Matt Willis. Evening, guys. Cheers for joining, Matt.
Hi, Matt. Thank you for joining.
Sorry, I'm currently being attacked by my own.
Little
Go,
dog.
back up.
Oh,
Go, back
Hello,
up.
Dad. What are you doing?
Oh, please.
RJ, if you wouldn't mind.
Yes, at Carl Scott. I do it in my best 1970s. Don't turn off television. I do something a little less boring instead. Why don't you, at Carl Scott, has Stan the Band got a Barry carrier part in the back? He's Stan and Barry. Yes. He has his own seat in the front. I don't blame him.
I can imagine him sort of window down and pour out.
Yeah.
Spoiled pooch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carl Hope brings up a point. Even though, will we need to prove you've had the jab if the government brings it in with the passport to attend big car shows? People's thoughts.
Well, I'm only going to give my thought on it. I don't
It's
honestly.
1945.
Thank you. I don't honestly see that happening for the car shows. And I could be 100% wrong. I know we're hearing rumours about pubs and clubs, that kind of thing. But a hell of a lot of that is kind of going to be indoor kind of things. I think car shows are outdoors. I don't honestly see it. If it does, I will see you there. So yeah, we're cool with that. And if you guys got and like working for the NHS, do you see that happening for outdoor events, the car show?
I don't know. I mean, there was a thing today that's gone out about the passport, what you are and aren't going to have it for.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know you're going to have it to go abroad. And like you say, the pubs, clubs and everything. I don't know about the outdoors thing. I wouldn't be shocked if they didn't.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's outside, but car shows, it's quite a lot of people in an area.
Yeah.
So you haven't got the social distancing. So it is a possibility. Because just because you're outside doesn't mean you're not going to get it because it's airborne.
Yeah, true.
We'll just have to wait and see what they decide.
Yeah, I know. I see saying. What did I see the other day? You know, I don't want this to turn this live into saying what I don't feel it should be about, but we want to talk about current issues as well. But I see on, I think it was on the TikTok video that the police had gone into a Polish church on Good Friday and told people that they had to leave. You know, they was breaking the law, etc. Which, yeah, I'm quite a religious person. I can understand why they wanted to do it, but at the same time, I understood that. Without saying what all these things going on in places like Bristol and Manchester and everything else about certain things that is going on with government, I just find it a bit, you're saying this with one and then you're saying that with something else. When it all goes tits up and then there ain't no car shows, people are going to say, well, why did we even allow any of that to happen? I just want to see some common sense. I want to go to some car shows. I want to see people I've not seen for a long time. And I want to do the one thing where I get into my zone, and that's interacting with people at shows. But Jez, you got any views on Carl's point, just to see that happening yourself?
Well, I like to see it happening, obviously. But things with like the passport and stuff like that, I don't see it popping on. I mean, they're on about people joining football stadiums and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I don't see it happening at car shows. But that's just my personal view.
Yeah.
Detected at the Ring Video
Yeah,
doorbell.
and for Bob.
Yeah, I mean, I can see the reasons why and the reasons why not. Again, they all make sense. It's just if everyone's sensible, you know, wear the mask, anti-back, or what everyone's doing already.
Someone is at the
it's a hard one because
you have to bear with me 1 second. I do humbly apologise.
It's a hard one because it's an outside event, so it's not enclosed. But then again, the depends on the size of the event as well. So it's a bit of a tough one. Hopefully, sort of people.
Well, I get the clubs and the club part of it because obviously you are confined into a tight space. But if you're outside, it's no different to waiting outside in a car park for your shopping.
Yeah, true.
So,
yeah, it's no limit on shopping car parks, is there?
Exactly. So
Right, I do apologise.
I think.
Yeah, no, good point, to be honest. Cole says, hit the nail on the head there, chalky common sense, that is all that's needed.
Yeah, I think so. I think that, you know what, I'm a great one for freedom of speech and everything else. I really believe in it. But this is going on way past the point now. And I don't know about other people's mental health, but mine's suffering at a point that I didn't think I would kind of be at, to be honest. And when I see things going on, I just see a lot of selfishness going on, and I just want to get back out there now. And it's really starting to get to me. And some of the things we see, where people are just out there, they're doing their jobs, they're getting paid, they should be expected to go to work and come home at the end of it without being so some of the stuff I've seen. But hey, let's move on away from that. What's our next message we got, Bob?
It's from Matt Willis. Luckily got home in time for the live and the football too.
The football, oh yeah, I've forgotten all about that.
Yeah.
Come on, Scump United.
Cole says, Barry, he sits between me and Dawn with the harness fitted.
Oh, very cute.
It's in reply to you, RJ.
We are all good, thanks. Hi, Mel. We can't wait to be out and about with Tyson. Oh, bless you both. And Tyson, all three of you, yes.
Cole says, cheers, guys. Cheers.
You're welcome, bud, anytime.
And Anne, do you want to do the honours?
Dave says, anyone seen pics of the Mark 4.5 Focus facelift? One of them looks like it's got a boot. Nice, a modern version of the Orion. I ain't actually seen that, to be fair.
I haven't either.
I didn't know there was another one out.
The rendering? Is it
No.
Did you remember? I know when they was doing the Orions, but do you remember they done the Escort and they done an Escort, the booted version, which was it looked like an Orion, but it weren't badged up as an Orion. It was badged up as an Escort, weren't it, with a boot?
Yeah, because they stopped doing them with the Mark II. They stopped doing the saloon ones, didn't they?
I did, yeah. Well, I didn't. No, I think that's when the Orions did. I see someone put a picture on the other day. They had some cars on their drive and used to see the Orions on there. And I noticed someone put a picture up. Can't remember who it was, and it said Orion RS. And Carl Hope made the point that they didn't do that, and he was 110% spot on. But you could still buy all the kits and that to go on the Orions. So I remember people would go and buy a XR 3i Escort and like a Mark IV, for example, and they put the RS engine in it, but they wouldn't put any of the running gear on it, and it'd end up being the death trapper waiting to happen. To be absolutely honest, I've not seen none. Be curious to see some.
I'm just trying to see if I can get a picture quick.
According to Dave, it's the Focus 2022.
Wow.
I've got a picture of the hatchback. We'll see, because that's the year they're supposed to stop selling them on that,
Right.
which we'll talk about a bit later.
Cool.
We've got Mr. Hadley. Hi, all. A bit late joining. Just back from cruise out to Felix back.
Hi, Ian. Hope you're well. I see you was off out today. Hope you had a cool day. Right, so I wanted to carry on a little bit with sponsors. So quick shout out to sponsors. Hopefully I got people's names right. I know I nearly got murdered for getting that wrong once at Ford Fair, I believe. Not as if I remember that, but I don't. Shout out to Robert Select Tints in Bexley Heath. Hopefully you can see. No, wrong one. The pictures are frosty behind me. Those tints were done by Select Tints back in 2016, and they still look as good as what they did the day he done them. So Rob's absolutely at Select Tints, absolutely awesome. Does a lot of cool vehicles in there, not just Fords. Top mark for vehicles. He's had some awesome cars in there. Also a shout out to. I
don't know why that's happening.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, so there's Rob. I think members get a 15%. If you've got membership with us, you'll get 15% the discount with that as well. Also, a shout out to Martin Warrow of Supreme Engraving, another local business to me that gets involved with Full Club GB. They do all our trophies for those that have had trophies off of us. If you're thinking about, anything along the trophy or engraving wise, these people are second to none. I did try another company, which I won't name before, but as soon as I found Supreme Engraving, Martin's service was second to none, as are all the trophies, all the little badges and medals that I've given staff at various events. Which are absolutely awesome. Shout out also to Chris Knott and Nick Day, who's our point of contact, that offer club members a very good discount. They also have loads of competitions running on their website, the Facebook page, etc., etc. Next shout out is to SK Graphics, Stephen Fresher, who the club's been dealing with now for a good few years. I do have a lot of companies that try to want to get involved with Full Club GB, but I'm very loyal to SK Good Graphics, and I will continue to do so. Steve is at the moment doing us another lot of lanyards. These are the longer ones. We do the shorter ones as well. I'm pretending that's a shorter one. It's not really it's actually the same lanyard, but I'm just holding it a little bit. The laser cut key rings, and we've also got coming out soon is I think they're 40 millimeters. Cheers, Jez. 40 millimeters EST gels as well, which I'm really looking forward to getting them. Me and Steve spoke, and we thought that a 40 mil gel brand one would kind of be cool. It's going to be something you could probably stick in most places, Liam's head, wherever you want to put it in. So that's that there. Ghost vehicle protection, Toronto Daz fitted Ghost on Frosty, which Liam's more than aware of. They offer us a very good deal. I think Leighton had always going to have the same system fitted to his car, but great deals on there for members. They've sponsored the club for another year as well. Just this last week, Track Car Door Cards had sponsored the club for another 2 years. Thank you very much for that as well. We're waiting on some flyers from them, and also for us to get some of our flyers down to Track Car Door Cards. Myself with RJ's the Dragon's been a very mentally last month of just putting stuff up on the website, etc. So yeah, we got loads of. It's right, Bob. You can go down because there's no bad bears on that. It's safe. It's safe, honestly. Yeah, look. Yeah, just witches and ghouls and wizards, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So yeah, shout out for me to me. Airbag team, they sponsored us quite recently for 2 years, so massive shout out to them, as did Collins Performance. They've supported the club for another year also, as did I think Collins have really got quite a backlog at the present. I know Gary Lendham from his days at Wolf, and I know when my exhaust needs doing, it will be a trip to wherever these guys are to get my exhaust done there. I've got no shadow of a doubt that I won't be going anywhere else, to be honest. Blue Spark, Edward, is it Edward Fisher-Ranch, the Blue Spark?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've supported us again for another year. We have them as our main focal when we do our events with our Babana. Power Max as well. They give us loads of great prizes to hand out of events. Nick Simpson at Mirror Image.
20 hours.
Thank you. Nick Simpson at Mirror Image. I've not spoken to Nick for quite some time, but I'm still seeing loads of great posts to people's cars, etc., on how clean and fresh and how shiny they all look. So, yeah, things must be going brilliantly there. Next space, we're waiting on some flyers. We hope again this year to get some more goodies from Next Space to get out. I know they've got a new camera ranges coming out again soon. So that should be absolutely brilliant. 247 competitions. Martin Cox, is it, Anne?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Martin, who's a year into the 2 years with their competitions. I must put my. Oh, is that your fourth glass? We're quite guilty there.
No, but he's run off to fill it up.
Yeah, fill it up, love. Sorry. That reminds me, you talking like that. I heard the other week that Mike Baldwin passed away from Coronation Street.
Has he?
He did, yeah, bless him.
Oh.
Yeah. I liked him because he had a proper accent. No, I'm only kidding. I won't go there. Okay, so we have 2 new sponsorships, which has been brought in by Anne. So thanks to all Anne's hard work. We'll start off with EBC Brakes. EBC have joined partnership with Full Club GB. They're on our website. They got competitions going live on the website. And can you give us a bit of info because you're the one that got the deal with EBC for brakes?
Stop. Stop. Sorry, no, that's EBC brakes.
I'm trying to remember now.
Good. As you can see, this is very well thought out beforehand. We have hours and hours of training to get this right. But yeah, those of you guys that might know of EBC Brakes, I was very chuffed when Anne told me that we got EBC on board. I remember EBC from back in the day, and they were a pretty new company then. But now I think they are out there. They're a market leader. We had I was on their YouTube channel the other day. A little bit of a shout out to them there, and I did say that we'd give them a big shout out here. So, any of you guys looking at new pads, new discs, whatever else EBC do, get in touch with them. Tell them you're a member of Full Club GB. And I'm sure they're to sort you out. They got some absolute excellent products. I will be
used on the America site.
Yeah, we've got. Well done, see, you remembered some bits, didn't you? So we've got the UK site, and we've also got the American site. For those people in Yorkshire, you've got to go on the UK one.
I'm not Yorkshire.
You're closer than what I am, I can tell you. And Jez, he's
Liam Andrews, Yorkshire.
Is he? Yes, I've heard him talk. I'm
not.
You're just trying to make me do voices, aren't you? I'm not going to do any voices. Did you watch that video of the postman Pat and his van where they put an engine in it? That's good, wasn't it? Right, let's move on. So the latest one, hopefully Anne's got a bit more info on this one. Car shades. There we go, Anne. What can you tell us about car shades? Because we've got some more information with these, haven't we?
Yeah, let me try and find them. So they sent me a message the other day to say that they've got a So at the minute, until the 30th of April, we're able to get not only the club 10%, but also they've actually done it so that we can use their Easter 10% off as well.
Oh, right. Okay, wow.
So we get 20% up until the 30th of April.
Cool.
So that's really good that they've actually allowed us to use both codes. So yeah, we get to use both. They are wanting to see if any of our members, they are based in near Grantham, so anyone kind of like up this way. If you have a Cougar or a Puma, they are interested in having you guys in their shop because they basically have the car shades that they make. They don't have the they've never done them on a Cougar or a Puma, the new one. So they're wanting, asking if some of our members would go down and basically let them use their car as a kind of like a dummy, but not a dummy, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
so they can get measurements and everything. But they're ideal for people who don't want their windows tinted because it's basically like a child's shade thing where you pull it down.
Yeah.
Blind.
Yeah, that's basically what they do. I mean, their work looks outstanding. I've seen some pictures of the work, and it does look quite good quality work.
Yeah. Yeah, I know before that I've never had them, but I had a Grand C-Max Titanium X, and I quite like the fact, even though the windows were still tinted, on the two back doors you had the shades that had been built in. They've been cut into the doors, and you lifted them up, and they just hooked. And I thought, on top of that, with the tints as well, they actually looked really, really good. But we're over the moon to have car shades on board with us as well. So welcome, car shades, and thank you for getting that one in on with the club. If we spit the words out. And as Anne said, the latest Cougars, the latest Pumas as well. If you've got one, yeah, your chance to get the tints on your car for gratis, I believe. Do we have any more bits? If anyone's got any questions about any of the sponsors we've got, etc., or if you're part of a company and you want to get involved with Full Club GB, please let us know. Are we up to date still on the good questions, Bob, or messages?
There's a couple we can go back to if you want.
Cool.
So where are we? Darren Rose says, I work for Ford. How do I join Full Club GB?
Right, Darren. I presume, are you on the Facebook side of it?
I'm sure he is.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you're on the website side of it. Your particular dealership you work for, or is it for franchise, the dealership? If you want to get in touch with the club via email or by Anne, we're happy to have a chat. We have full dealerships and franchises involved with Full Club GB, and we're always looking to get other franchise the dealerships involved with the club as well. Hopefully that answers your question.
A question for Anne.
What flavour gin is that? It is the Whitley Neal Raspberry, but I'm not sure how much gins Liam's put in it because it's very strong.
Am I right?
Bottle it. Oh my god!
Bottle it. What's that episode of Fools and
But
Horses?
what was left in my bottle, which was about that.
So what do you mean by bottle it? You actually mean get the water and put it in the bottle? Cool. Seems to be more of is it more of a there's more guys drinking gin now, I've noticed as well.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. There is. There's so many out there though, that's the problem.
When you mean there's so many out there, what for gin?
There's
for
so many like different companies, flavours. You can get Palmer Violet flavour.
Isn't gin just some? And I could be the total wrong here, but isn't gin just another name for another drink that's actually out there that they just do a different alternative, and it's just called gin? Am I right with that? Have I got the wrong thing or what?
Pass.
So it's not Orange Tango.
No.
No. But the guys are starting to drink gin. Is that the feminine side of guys coming out, or they just don't want a can of lager anymore?
Don't know, but Liam won't touch it.
Okay, well.
He's more of a Jack Daniels.
He's a truck driving man now, isn't it? Grab me another cup of coffee. I will dig out that song.
I think he'll be living off coffee soon.
Oh dear. Right. Right. I have. Let me have a quick look.
Facebook user.
Right. Let's get.
I'm guessing it's Ashley.
Ashley says, "Be careful with car shades." Jonathan went and his windows down. He undone the window and they fell out. I'm sure I don't know. I'm sure car shades have got something they can hold in the top. Or...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, any issues, obviously, take it up with them. Then
I would say that's the case. As we don't honestly know. The only thing we would say with any of the companies where we are involved with, they would have their own department. If anyone's got any issues with anything, speak to that company. Speak to that company. The director. Got a bit here. Liam Andrew, I can tell. What can Liam Andrew tell? What am I missing?
I think he means how strong my gin is.
Oh, right. Okay.
Look at my faces because it's that strong. It's ridiculous how strong it is. I don't know what he's trying to do to me.
Can someone put a bit in the chat, please? I want to know, from a guy's perspective, do you drink gin? If you do, why do you drink gin? And can someone tell me that I'm sure I read somewhere that gin is just another drink that they put something in it that sends the women a bit fizzy, and that's why I don't know. I don't know. Let's go on here. Hi guys, not dealership. I work for Ford Motor Company as a car plant engineer. All right, Darren, that's cool. Brilliant. What part of the country are you working for FMC as a CPE? That sounded good, didn't you? All in abbreviations, the DR. Yeah. Mel, gotta love a bit of gin.
You definitely have.
She loves a bit of gin. Gotta love a bit of sarsaparilla. Oh, bloody hell. That's strong, isn't it? Do you want to carry on with the messages, Bob?
Yeah, Cole Scott says Guinness all the way.
Yeah, I know. He loves his Guinness, doesn't he?
He does.
He loves his Guinness. Is gin just the posh version of the Guinness? Does it? Oh dear. Come on, Vic. I need to know what's going on with gin. So I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong here. I know that Victoria likes the gin, and Carl, I can see he's commented on about gin, and I'm pretty sure that Pete Maskell likes a bit of gin as well. It goes. We'll get on that in a minute. Where was we? I got a Christmas pudding flavour, Chalky. Do you mean martini or Cinzano Bianca? That just reminds me of what is it? The advert with I can't even think of a bloody name now. I'm gonna forget it. Let's just move on. Next question.
For you again, Aldo.
I will not mention. It's just going a bit misty here, Ian. Oops, you just did. Yeah. It's a shame your card's in the colour of Chelsea. That is, I believe, that is Leighton. Cotswold Gin can't beat it on a sunny day. You wouldn't fancy a nice, what is it? Was a nice shandy? I don't know, shandy? I've no idea. Yeah. Nah, not a shandy. I don't, Liam Andrew, I don't drink alcohol at all. I don't know why, I just don't. Me neither.
Maybe that's the alcohol talking.
It could be the alcohol talking. It could be. Okay, we're going to read a couple more and then we're going to get in with some more news. Bob, want to read that one?
Yeah, Carl Hope says, I drink loads. It goes down like Pop Bombay Bramble.
Okay.
Well said.
You can drink a lot of it. It's one of them that you just don't get bored of.
Okay.
I can't do spirits at all. Don't know why. I just can't drink spirits.
I can't drink a lot of some spirits, but gin, I'm fine with.
So we're not talking about when you're talking about spirits. We're not talking about ghosts and ghoulies and Halloween type thing. No.
No.
What does
Be safer.
I am quite down south. Some people say Jez is more south than what I am, but I don't know that if that's true. What does pop?
You worked that out.
What does pop Bombay Bramble mean? What is
The
that?
Bombay is a type of gin.
Oh,
Obviously, the bramble will be the flavour.
I
Is it the blue bottle?
I thought he was having an Indian with his bottle of booze. That isn't that, no.
Yeah, Jez, you're right. Yeah, Bombay Sapphire.
There we go. Look.
Very good. Hey,
The best spirit in the world. That's not.
So it's petrol, isn't it? Oh.
Oh,
Right.
Got a few more comments and then we'll.
Yeah, that's it. Google went. I've just seen it now. I've just seen it. Right, then we'll carry on until we get to that bit, and we'll carry on. I like a bottle of Bud. Top man, Chris. Yeah, I like. I haven't got none, so there you go.
Good man, Jez. Good man.
yeah. We're all stocked up there too.
Yeah. If people are sending me messages at the moment, I'm not being rude. I can't. I'm quite obviously doing the live at the moment, but I will address your messages at some point. Bacardi.
Oh yeah.
I thought Bacardi was clear.
Oh, this is rum.
Oh, right. Okay, I'm gonna say it because normally it's clear.
Yeah. Well, it's white rum, dark rum, and etc.
When you see the white one.
Dave says on a hot day, dry cider over ice. That's not bad actually.
Yeah, very nice.
RJ?
I googled it. Gin is considered to be like vodka, but has a different chemical differences and taste. Yeah, that could have very well been what I kind of seen. That's from Mel. Thank you, Mel.
Can I just say,
yes,
welcome to Ford Club GB, the world's first ever drinks. Ford live. It's very alcohol based tonight.
Yeah.
Play man.
Someone has thumbs up Bombay Sapphire.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
We're gonna move along. We're gonna come back to the chat in a while. So
Anyway.
Yeah, we wanted to chat now about staff. Those people know there's been a few changes since the last live. Yeah. So I want to start with a thank you to the current interactive staff. For those people that don't know what an interactive staff member is, they interact. Yes. That is Sabrina Wellington, Chris Rickson, our very own Jez, and Ray. So a massive shout out to all four of you guys for getting majorly involved with the interactive side on the club. It makes a major difference to how the club performs for its members, etc. So thank you very much for that. Two new staff, two new full mods. Shout out to and welcome to Matt Willis, who I think's in the chat. Matt, thank you. Doing an absolute brilliant job. And also to Ben Bradley. If you've been involved with the club for some time, you will know who Ben is. So welcome back, Ben, and welcome back to the staff, because Ben used to be on staff before. So 4 staff members left, and I just wanted to clear up. I'm not going to go into total detail, but just clear up a few things and a thank you to those people. So going to start with most recent, was a couple of days ago, was Liam Miller. After a chat with myself, I felt that Liam, with his new job, didn't have the time that he needed to give for the role. Quite obviously, work and family is of utmost more importance than full club GB, and I didn't want Liam falling even further behind with doing the club role. So based on a chat with myself and Liam had decided to step down in this moment in time. That's just a quick recap on what's happened there with Liam. So thank you, Liam. Sarah SJ Day. Yes, so Sarah, due to work commitments, felt she was unable to give time to the club. And again, I wanted to say on a personal note to Sarah, how much you've still been involved with the club. It's been absolutely mind-blowing. I know it honestly bothers you when you say, I really want the club to do well, because I know you're a die-hard fan of Full Club GB. So thank you very, very much for that. And if circumstances change, give me a message. You're always welcome back, Sarah. And then we go to, I think it was pretty much roundabout our last live was when John and Chris had decided to step down. Again, that was due to their own personal reasons, which is down on John and Chris. But John and Chris, like with Sarah and Liam Miller, will be sorely missed. Major players, all of them, on the club. But I do want to currently say there's a multitude of reasons why people become staff and it doesn't work. It could be their job, it could be family, it could be difference of opinion on how I run the club, or how the club wants to be seen to be run, and not everyone might not agree with what is done. I won't mention any name, but we had a young guy come on, and he was only on for a day, and he wanted to change the world and how Full Club GB was run, and we didn't honestly want that, and we thanked him for his time. He then proceeded to go out there and slate Full Club GB all over his personal Facebook page. I honestly believe the guy, and hand on heart, I wish you all the best if you are watching this. It doesn't work out with everybody, but thank you for your time and your effort. But yeah, massive shout out to all those people. It's a lot of time that we do give up our own time, and I put on the club not so long ago about reducing my time on the club, reducing my time on Facebook, and I can feel someone smacking me on the back of the head with saying to me, well, you know what, yeah, I've heard that one before, it never happens, you know what you need to do, blah blah blah. Yeah, you know what, and you're right. I just feel that I don't want to let anybody down, and I think sometimes I put a post up the other day that I don't think there's anyone more prouder of me than what Full Club GB stands for at the end of the day. And yeah, I'm very proud and I'm very passionate about it, and I get offended very quickly when I feel that the people may be acting a certain way. And yeah, it can get my back up, and I think it's because of that I feel that if I'm not about, that it don't quite get the attention that it kind of deserves. It's a bit like, I don't know, for example, someone might say it's a front end for Friday picture. I'd much rather put a picture of everyone's cars at a car meet rather than putting a picture of my own car there. That's because I'm passionate about the club. I'd love to take time away from the club. I really would. I get times where it would help, but I think if someone say to me, what would be the biggest thing that would help at the moment? People in Bristol to keep everyone indoors and for car shows to come back ahead. That would really help me a hell of a lot. Yeah, that's just a thank you to all those guys, and me explaining why the reduced time hasn't worked. And events, where are we? I know you've got some news.
Yeah, so Isle of Wight, I'm still waiting on confirmation, but it's not happening on the 16th of May. They've changed the date to the 13th of June.
Right.
Obviously, they are still waiting on the local council. I'm assuming they're probably going to wait until after this announcement on the 12th of April, and then maybe hopefully the council over there's going to make a decision. I was speaking to one guy who's on club who actually lives on the Isle of Wight, and he's kind of said, you know, he's hoping it's going to go ahead, but it is literally down to the council. Takeover, happy for it to go ahead, is literally just the council are so worried about it going ahead. Yeah. And I think probably a lot of that's to do with, because I think Isle of Wight have had they've not had a lot of cases of COVID. Yeah. So their biggest concern is probably everyone going over, and Isle of Wight basically being swarmed with so many people, and suddenly their COVID cases are going to go up. Yeah. So we'll hopefully 13th of April, so after the announcement, hopefully, fingers crossed, we should get some news. I'm hoping. Right. It's very up in the air at the minute.
Cool. So going through, what's the next event after Isle of Wight? So is that Pureford?
Pureford.
Okay, so just a quick update on Pureford. We'd initially booked 50 places. What are we currently on? 38, something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, so I had an email from them the other day. We still had places available for Pureford. Yeah, so if you want to join us for that event, we would really appreciate. We would love to take our quota of places. I know before it stopped last year, we'd actually sold our quota about 2 or 3, 4 times over, and we had to keep rebooking. So we still have places left for Pureford. What we got after Pureford then?
Nationals, I believe.
Right, we got any information on that? Where we are with the Nationals?
Nothing. As far as I'm aware, it's going ahead. I've heard nothing else. I mean, the guy that deals with Nationals, he's not posted to say that it's not going ahead. So, and I spoke to you.
Sorry, is that Ian Maguire?
Yes. Yeah, Ian Maguire. I've spoken to him. Well, I'm on his page to do with it, and he's not posted anything. I've spoke to the actual event themselves, and they've kind of not said there's no intention of it not going ahead. As far as they're concerned, it's going to go ahead as well.
Okay. The one thing with Ford Nationals, like Simply Ford, we don't have any way of getting a list of who's joined Ford Club GB. It's down to you to let us know when you have bought your tickets for both of those events. Cars in the Park, I think the club's already purchased all the tickets. We don't get the tickets until closer to the event, but we still have, I believe, 9 places left then.
I know we haven't got many.
Yeah, I think it's about 9. We've normally been there.
It's sold 22.
Okay, yeah. So we got 8 places left.
8 places left.
8 places left. I've been going to Cars in the Park since 2014 with the Ford Galaxy Owners Club. Thank you very much. We been there last 2 or 3 years with Ford Club GB, and we'd always sold out quickly on the 20 places. The maximum places any club can get is what we've now got, which is for 30 places for that event. So yeah, if you want to join us for that, go onto the website, click on the events. You can buy your tickets directly from us there. If you want to get your tickets given to you at the event, make sure you pick the right option in when you do your checkout. We can also, I don't know if we're able to in the shop, get a picture of the plaques, because I think there's still a lot of people don't quite know what the plaques actually are. So a plaque is a small piece of metal. Mine are behind me. It's a small piece of metal which has got engraved on it Full Club GB. We'll have the name of the event, Yeah, like what we got there. So you got the name of the event, the date, where it is, and Full Club GB Owners Club. It's your own little bit to say, yeah, you was at that. And a lot of people might put that in a picture frame and have all your plaques in one frame, or just put it in, have a picture of your car taken at that event, put it in a picture frame, and put the plaque next to your picture of your car, etc. So yeah, we will be sending more information out for the plaques a bit closer to the time of when those events are taking place. So cars in the park, Bewley, we've spoken about, for Fiesta in the park. Right, again, when's our deadline? End of May, Anne, for Fiesta in the park.
Yes.
Okay, so we have then, quite obviously, we'd love to get our tickets over as soon as possible. But yeah, those people that know what Fiesta in the Park is about, that was the first ever car show I went to in 2007 with the Paul Galaxy Owners Club. And it's always been an event I really enjoy. So that's quite a busy weekend, because on the Saturday we're at Cars in the Park, and on the Sunday we're at Fiesta in the Park. So yeah, that's that particular event, and that leaves us, we're a bit further down, Ford Fair. You can get your tickets for that now. We've had the password changed on that to capitals Ford Club, and then non-capitals to GB. So Ford Club in capitals and then non-capitals to GB, because people was having problems with the password. Again, if you bought your tickets for that, let us know. I know Ford Action Day tickets are not on sale yet, but Ford Power Live tickets are on sale at the moment.
There's an event missing.
There's an event missing.
Yeah, because I had issues getting it on the website. Hang on.
That's the one at Peterborough.
Peterborough.
Yeah.
So we've got an event at Peterborough called... Hang on, my phone's not playing. Called Where There's a Wheel, There's a Way. So this event is a mixed event. It has classics, it has military, it has motorbikes, it has everything basically.
Okay, cool.
It's also a family day, so they've got a fun fair there, there's car stalls, there's other stalls, there's everything. Now it is on the club website, but I need to, if people want to go, I need to know before we order tickets, because it works out that if you've got 10 or more cars going, it works out cheaper per ticket.
Right.
And I have to fill out a form as well prior, so they know who's going, how many cars, what cars we're bringing. So if people are wanting to go, I need to know as soon as, so I can get it sorted with the guys that run it.
Cool.
If there's 10 or plus more of us going, remember rightly, it'll be £5 per car, if I remember rightly.
Cool.
So it's not an expensive event.
Cool.
But we'll
Okay,
get the website.
Cool. I think that's pretty much up to date. If anyone's got any questions about events, please add it into the chat. I know on the website, one of the biggest updates we've got at the moment is we was sending kind of emails out at the end of each month, because we was only entitled to 3 emails. We've updated our plan there, so we get unlimited emails. So if we do get an email from the club, that's the reason why, that we can now get these emails out there to make you aware of what's going on with events, any club information, any updates on your membership, etc., etc. That's the reason why we're getting that that information there. We got anything to catch up on the chat, Bob?
Yeah. Where were we? Matt says, thanks guys for the help and the support.
You're welcome, Bob.
You're welcome, thank you. Thank you for everything you put in the club, Matt. Liam says, I don't think I can change my holiday for Isle of Wight, so I might not make it.
Okay.
That's fair enough. I mean, we need to find out about ferries as well, because I changed mine for what Isle of Wight said it was going to be this year, but obviously they changed the date, so we'll have to look into that as well.
Yeah. No, I've not booked anything, to be honest.
Ian says Isle of Wight Festival has been given the go ahead, so hopefully the car show will.
Cool.
Good point.
RJ, one for you.
Anne can read it. Let Anne read it in a very special to telephone operator voice. Go on, Anne.
Oh, charming. They said, well said, RJ. It's like SGT Born says in Zulu. What? Because where are he? What the hell? Because where are he? Oh my god. That's a right tongue twister, that.
Go on, Jez, you give it a go. See if you can do any better in your special TV accent in Southampton.
Best TV accent. Well said, RJ. It's like Sergeant Bourne says in Zulu, because we're here. Classic scene. That's why you and the others do it.
Well done. Very good.
Gave it a go.
Yes, I was very impressed with that voice. Good.
Oh dear.
Where are we next? Cars in the Park, great day out. That is from yeah. I agree. It's an absolute wicked day. Dave's ordered his plaque.
Cheers, Dave.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Big Blue will be at all car shows so far, but IOW I don't know about though. You will be there.
You swim.
Yeah. We won't be at all. What was that one? Victoria at the bottom saying we won't be at IOW this year. So Bob, I think you've got. If we can send the link out.
Yeah.
If anyone wishes to join, and we've got, I think, a couple of bits for you to drink. We've got some news, I think.
So Darren says we're losing them on Dow, but originally it was going to be called the Titmus, but Ford changed it for the UK, which leads me on to
that was a good shout. I've got to be honest.
Yeah.
The ST Titmus, I don't see that'd work.
Yeah.
No. No.
Leads me on to Mondeo. Ford have decided to cancel production of the Mondeo, just due to sales of SUVs and crossovers being obviously more popular at the minute.
Yeah.
And it's just a shame to see it go. Mondeo has been in production from 1996 until 2022. That's the last year.
Yeah.
And there's been no direct successor named as of yet. Over the years, it's had engines from a 1.6 to a 3 litre V6, which I'm sure Liam will tell us about when he's on next. Just everyone's thoughts on Ford losing them, cutting off the Mondeo. Jez.
I know that picture you put up. I had an El Reg Mondeo in blue, and it was the SSSI. It was the 2 litre, but it had all the body kit on it. It was a really nice looking car. We then had a couple of Mark IIs as well. They were really nice. I think the one thing I did hear somewhere that they were saying with the Mondeo that due to what the rules had changed as company cars, i.e. with the tax and that had made a big change to the sales of the Mondeo. And I know everyone's upset that the Mondeo's gone, but I just honestly believe that if it was your company, why would you still be wanting to produce a vehicle where it's quite clear that the percentage of sales is dropping out year after year after year. And as great as that car was, as great as the name was, all the Mondeo groups out there, and I've seen some stunning Mondeos at events. Personally, I think it's it's done a great service, and like things like the Escorts, the Cortinas, the Sierras, it's now time for a change. That's my honest take. I just don't see how they could continue producing a vehicle where the market was dropping. The rest of the chat got any thoughts?
Well, I think the send-off would have been nice, a nice RS Mondeo or something like that before they gave it the good boot in the end. But yeah, like you said, RJ, is all things come to an end, don't they? So
yeah, they do. Bit like my camera.
And what do you reckon about the death of the Mondeo?
I'm gutted, to be honest. So the one you've just had on, the silver one, it was quite a big, that one. I grew up as a child, my dad having one of them, so it's a lot of memories for me. My dad did have a Mondeo ST24, which was very nice. So yeah, I'm a little bit gutted, to be honest, because I do like the Mondeo.
Yeah,
I think there's probably better cars they could have got rid of than the Mondeo, to be honest.
Yeah.
I
I think the biggest thing is, and it is the most important thing, it's like anything in business. If you're producing something that is not making the sales, you have to adapt, and you have to adapt to what is making the sales at the moment. The Mondeo won't die in that sense. There's too many people have got some of these cracking cars out there to be absolutely honest. Like, I'll be honest, when I look at all the Mondeos, for me it's the Mark 1 and the Mark 2, and that's purely because I've had Mark 1s and Mark 2s. So it's very, Tina had a hatchback to 2 litre gear. It was such a comfortable car, and it really was a nice car. It is sad. I think Ford's at the point that Anne's making, I think a lot of it is people become passionate because there's something about that model what people kind of like, or they say on it that it means something special to them. I don't see there's anything in the Ford market that Ford could have said, you know what, let's get rid of that instead of the Mondeo. It's the Mondeo that was not making the sales. It was as simple as that. And I think the way forward for the world at the moment, people want SUVs. It's as simple as that, and it was that time. But how about yourself, Jez? What's your thoughts on the Mondeo? Have you ever owned one? Have you felt the bug?
I actually own 2 of them. I own 2 Mark 2s in my time, 1.8 Z-Techs.
Right.
Brilliant little car. Yeah. Absolutely loved them both. But unfortunately, times went on and I had to change. But yeah, no, I loved the Mondeo. It's sad to see it go, really.
Cool. And before we introduce our guest, Bob, ever had a Mondeo?
No.
No.
Obviously, been in one and it's always been comfortable. The amount of stuff you can get in them is just amazing. But yeah, Liam Andrews sent over the new Focus earlier. Cheers, Liam, for the pictures. And apparently they're going to be doing a booted saloon version. So maybe the Focus is going to replace.
Is that not a Hyundai?
No.
Oh, let me get off my screen.
I must admit, the back end of that picture looks awful.
Yeah.
I remember that those images where they mask all them up. I remember when they done that, and there was rumours of the Mark III Galaxy, and they were still producing the Mark II, and there's all these rumours coming out, and it just looks like something under camouflage. But I've got a red. We added him back in. Ian, welcome.
Ian.
Hello,
Ian. Joining us.
Oh, Is his mic on or off? He's gone again.
His camera's gone. That's why.
He didn't want to talk about Mondeos. I thought that he was going to. So, yeah, have we got any pictures of any of the what we on there? The Mark
3. So then you got the Mark 4. I think this was the one that had the 2.5 litre Focus ST engine put in it.
Yeah.
You can get it with that in.
Yeah, I know a friend of mine had one of these, and yeah, even in Frosty, like I was hard pushing to keep up with it. It was quite a rapid beast, and I do quite like the way that particular one looked, to be honest. But that's what the Mark IV, and then did things end with the Mark V? Is this the Mark? Was this the last one they did?
The last one, yeah. There's been some revisions to it, but underneath it's the same.
It looks an absolutely. I don't know if you've seen the state versions of them.
Yeah,
but they do. They look an absolute. It looks like I could put Frosty in. I could drive it in the back. It's that massive. But yeah, Ian, welcome.
Hello.
Hey, you've made it.
Third time lucky.
Yeah.
It could be. It could be.
So we're going to ask you the question: Ford Mondeo. It's a sad time. Should they carried it on, or was the time right? In your opinion, as a Mondeo owner.
I think the time is right. It's done its sort of like full circle. You know, it started out as a salesman's car, and then they sort of like jazzed it up a bit, and then they had sort of like lots of series of faster ones. They had the ST, and then it went downgraded again. I don't know how you pronounce it. The Vigali, was I think it's last hurrah, and they might have run out of ideas. And as we all know, the SUVs are coming into play now. And that's the way Ford are going, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of how, when you look at a hell of a lot of the car manufacturers, like those people that know me know that we have a little Nissan note as well, a little go about car. And I remember going to the Nissan dealership and they had a Micra in there. It was massive. I've gone, where's the little Micra? He's gone, people don't want small cars no more. I've gone, what? Nissan ain't making them. They've gone, no. But you go to the Toyota garage and they had the, what's it called? The Agro or IO, whatever it's called.
Go.
AO.
If you've got to go, you go, love. No, I'm only looking at that. But
It's all that gin.
yeah, I think. I think even with we're going on about the SUVs. What is the smallest car that's currently being made by Fords? Is it the new KA or KA Plus? And that is still a pretty big car, in my honest opinion.
The KA Plus is a Mark 7 Fiesta underneath.
I was going to say, it basically looks as big as the Mark 7 Fiesta. The KA isn't a small car anymore.
It's not. I see one the other day, and it had all these massive different coloured bumpers, everything about it. But yeah, as Ian said, I think the way forward, especially with Fords, but I think all the car companies are kind of getting into that act. I even see a Mercedes-Benz, I don't know if a word of a pickup truck. I looked at it and I was quite shocked. Quite obviously, all these car companies, they're looking at other ways to keep things kind of going, and I think maybe it was. I was quite surprised. I thought they was going to pull the plug on it, like when they done that episode of Grand Tour, but it didn't really hear anything. And I suppose the next bit of sad news would be that when they totally pulled the Focus, because when we look at how long the Focus has been going, not quite as long as the Mondeo, but if you said what, the 96, was it the 98?
96 Mondeo.
Yeah, was it the 98, the 99?
98 the Focus.
Yeah. So, but I know when they originally brought that out, it only got beat by the Renault Megane as being the safest car in its class, like the Mark of ones. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I think there still be like with these cars. I think the Mondeo is still going to be about for a long, long time. There's so many people that have got them out there, and yeah, there's some really nice ones out there as well. But yeah,
I also think with the influx of the SUVs, I think what a lot of people maybe got to realise is they want these cars to be a little bit more up in the air and ground clearance because they fit all the batteries in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you start making performance cars with batteries and you're slamming them on the ground, there's a lot of weight. And if, you know, it's hit speed humps with a load of batteries under there.
Yeah.
Big is the new small.
Yeah. I was quite surprised to find out the other day. I have these moments, as my other Tina will tell you, I get interested in saying, and I try and find out as much information. So I'm very patriotic, especially to my hometown of London. And I was looking about on the KT London bus, and then they brought out the Route Master to find out the Route Master actually has an electric engine as well as a petrol engine. And I thought that goes to show you back in 1968, whatever it was, that how forward thinking that London Transport was. And when you see what they go for now, when they got sold off in 2005, they were sold at auction. They averaged about 2 million miles each bus. There weren't any under that, and they sold at £2,000 a piece. I wish I'd have bought a couple, Anne. I wish I'd have bought a couple. We got anything to add in the chat, Bob?
Yes, Liam Andrew says, according to Quentin Wilson, the ST220 is the one to buy as the value is going up. Did I buy mine at the right time? I think you did, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that. You know what, I have to say, I did mention it before when Liam put a picture up about what I referred to at the time as the Triple B, big blue and beautiful. I think that was the word I might have picked. It's an absolute beautiful looking car. It sounds absolutely awesome, and it's a wagon as well. And yeah, I do like. I'd still like a Cortina Mark V wagon. That'd be cool. But no, it looks absolutely awesome. I love it. I love the colour. On that note, quickly of Liam with Liam's one, Bob, can you put a bit about the visors up?
Yes.
For those of you that know, I have my own online shops, etc. And so some of the stuff I sell directly on the club website. Liam's recently bought, and he was very kind enough to post some pictures up of how carbon effect visors, which are fitted to Liam's car. I know that Anne and Liam Miller bought them for the Mark 7, and Carl Scott was the first person to buy the carbon effect ones. But they look absolutely awesome, and we're now doing them for pretty much a lot of the Ford Rangers as well. We're waiting on more. That's Carl Scott's old Fiesta he had, and that's with the visors fitted to his car as well. But yeah, just want to make you guys aware that if your model isn't listed, or you're wondering if we do them for your model, give us a shout on that. Yes, we do them for the Cougar as well, Jez. Yeah.
See you panicking there.
Yes.
You have to bring some to Pure Ford.
Yes. I'll have to fight the people in Bristol to get there. I will make it. Where are we with the messages, Bob? So sorry, Bob.
Liam also says the Mark V has a hint of Aston Martin to me.
Yes, I agree. Yes, I think they should have given it a hint of frog-eyed Sprite myself. I think that would have set it off. No, I don't know.
Wasn't the Mark 7 Fiesta meant to be the Aston Martin hatchback?
Don't know.
I heard that.
Because they did one with Toyota, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's
where the styling came from. So I guess they carried it over to the Mondeo.
Because it's similar, isn't it, on the Fiesta Mark 7 and the Focus Mark 3?
Yeah. Yeah.
We have a question. Nut114 says, what are your thoughts on the future when Ford start manufacturing all electric ranges only? Is it something you guys would support, and would you look to purchase in years to come?
Well, I can answer that one myself. From a full perspective and Ford Club GB, what will make a difference if all the Fords they were producing were run on electricity or they run on hand sanitizer? I'd still be for pushing it. Would I buy an electric vehicle? No, I think that if I bought... There's only one little Ford out there that interests me at the moment, and that is the little Ford Puma. I've not got any other vehicle that Ford-wise. If I thought if I was going to go the other way, it would be a collectible like a Ford or maybe a British car. But no, an electric car is not saying at this moment in time I would comprehend purchasing. But from a club point of view, it wouldn't make any difference apart from I'll go out with my charge pack if someone needs to borrow it quickly. Anyone else got thoughts on that? Anne, would you buy an electric car?
I had this conversation with Liam a while ago when they first started bringing out a lot of models with the electric cars, and I said to him it's not something I would personally go for. I don't know if that's just because I like my modified cars and I just can't see not being able to do anything to an electric car. And I don't know, personally for me, no. It's not something that interests me at all.
Even though your new electric car would beat the pants off of pretty much most modified Fords that are out there. Because they are quite rapid, aren't they?
Yeah, you've got to remember Deadpool is 214 brake horsepower.
My tyres are actually... I even need to drink. It's not called a tyre, dude.
If you change the batteries to Duracell, they last longer.
Yes, and you get Bob's Bunny in the back as well.
Exactly, yeah. Fucking...
yeah.
Why not a little
I know he plays the drums in it.
Oh dear me!
Yeah,
I don't know. Was it that bit with Jeremy Clarkson with the Tesla? I was watching it the other month again on Grand Tour, and I'm not saying that the overall speed, but up to a certain mark, that Tesla was absolutely. It isn't the car I would buy myself. But
it's about 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, it was like that, and I did like. They were saying I do like technology, and I've got to admit. That ginormous iPad in the front is nice. I'm a big fan of that. But there you go. Hey, Jez, what's your thoughts? Would you, bearing in mind you can pretty much get the hybrid Kuga now, can't you?
You can, but I think I'll stick with my fossilised dinosaur fuel.
Okay, well, as long as you're happy, that's the most important.
Yeah.
Yes.
For now, anyway.
Would you an electric car? Would it be something you'd contemplate?
I would in an instant if I could afford one, because my daily commute is 3.5 miles. So in my ST220, that cost me quite a bit of fuel. But yeah, and it's a practicalities. I've got nowhere to plug it in to recharge it, so it's the payback on it for someone like myself would just be years and years and years.
Yeah,
and I do agree with Anne Louise. You can't do nothing with them either.
Yeah.
You know, you
This
can't make them sound nice.
That cheap.
No, they're not. And at present, I live in in a flat
Right.
or a block of 20, it's never going to be charging
It's not
points for 20
sustainable,
vehicles.
is it?
No. And
You'll
like so,
find
you
some
can't,
caravan
you
plugged
can't do
into
nothing
it.
with them. Pardon?
You'll find a caravan plugged into it when you get down there.
Where I live, mate, you're not far wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure how it works out with Fords. I know with the Nissan Leaf, which is probably one of the most biggest successes as regards to these electric cars. But when you buy them, the government was giving you that thing where you get the charge port. If it's feasible for you to have it, you can have it outside your house and that. But I think for Tina, one of the biggest points she hates about electric cars is she thinks they're quite dangerous in the sense that if you was crossing the road and you can't hear the bugger, it's not like you've got some souped up Ford and it's got a big exhaust at the back. You just can't. The only bit you hear is the tyres when it goes
They'd
over.
have to be fitted with cowbells then, wouldn't they?
Well, yeah, it's the same. Bob, electric cars, yay or nay, mate?
Again, I think everyone's already said what I was going to say. But Ian and I live in a flat, and when we moved in, we wasn't even allowed to put a sky dish up on the outside. So where are we going to put an electric charger?
Yeah.
Like you said, the Nissan Leaf. I priced one up just out of curiosity. Don't panic. And you have to rent the batteries. It's 75. It was 75 quid a month.
Yeah.
So 75 quid, and then plus the juice you put in it, it would have cost me more to run the Leaf than it does a petrol car. So it doesn't really make sense. And then you got the range as well. It's not often I have to do long range, but sort of 200, 300 miles in a day. Every now and then is sort of handy to be able to do. Just fill it up and off you go.
So is the answer there not so much that a full electric, maybe more hybrid, where maybe the petrol car, in a sense, is saying going to come out with his petrol car? No, I don't know if it's already out. I'm just guessing where you could use your electric power, but once that power's gone, you go back onto your normal fuel, and it would be that would then generate power into the batteries again.
I think that's what the i3 does.
Right.
If you buy it with a petrol engine, it does. It's not actually connected to the wheels. It's just a generator.
I'm gutted now. It was an idea I was going to put to
I mean, people with petrol cars could just carry, I don't know, like a jerry can of some sort if they run out of fuel, and they could top it up. That could be a solution.
Would it be green as well? Just a thought.
Well, you can have a green bowl, green anything.
You could do, yeah.
Green jerry can, it's fine.
I've got one of them. It's got diesel in it.
See?
It's been in there for 15 years. I keep asking someone if they want it, and they say no, I don't. Right. Anyway, Nut 1114. Thank you very much for your question. It's got everyone.
That was a good question.
Just one more question.
Go on.
So, if you buy a hybrid, can you soup up the petrol engine part of it?
Yeah, you can.
You can without interfering. They won't affect the electric bit.
They've done it with the hybrid Puma. You can remap the hybrid Puma.
Oh right. That's another level then, isn't it?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the same though.
It would.
You'd be just turn the electric off and just use a petrol out.
Yeah.
True, but it's
just added weight.
Throw the electric motors out, Jez, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, get it out. Ain't got time for that.
Yeah. Well, you never know. I have entered shush. I have entered a competition for a new car.
Ooh.
Oh God.
Yes.
Milk floats her ass.
And you know, you're the guy win. Oh dear. Right. Anyway, we got any more questions? Bob, over to you.
Cole Scott says the visors are brilliant.
Thank you, Carl. As one of my first customers, I can't even get them there. They're behind me. They're there. We're leaving there. Cheers, buddy. Thank you.
Dave says, friend of mine has a Tesla Model 3 and it hammers the tyre and most cars off the line. Even bikes struggle to keep up with it.
Yeah, they are very they're very rapid for sure.
Darren Rose says that he loves the Ford Titmus.
Cool. I've got to
He
be
doesn't.
honest. Can we get a picture of the full? Well, a proper picture, Bob. Okay, just a proper
Be
picture.
careful what you Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. You could have some strange bloke in his overalls.
Got a Facebook user saying hello.
Oh,
Hello.
let me hello. Hello, that is right. We're going to try this one, Anne. We'll see if we do better than what you did. Marcus Hanton Titan. Mark. We're calling Mark. Hi, bud.
Hello, Mark. And Nut114 says thanks, guys.
Cool.
And we are up to date.
We're up to date. Any more news that you'd had for Rick and Bob that I'd kind of missed?
Yeah. Sorry, let me get it ready. Ooh, wrong way. I'm sure everyone has heard, but unfortunately, Sabine Schmidt has passed away recently. She started off a successful racing career, winning 24 Hours of the Nürburgring in 96 and 97. She went on to win a lot more races after that as well. Started coming into the public eye a bit more by driving one of the ring taxis. I'm sure people have seen go around the Nürburgring.
Yeah.
So basically, you turn up, you don't want to drive your own car, someone drives you around as fast as they can and who quicker than Sabine Schmidt. By her own estimate, she reckons she had lapped the ring more than 20,000 times, earning the nickname Queen of the Ring and the fastest taxi driver in the world. Sabine's popularity grew immensely in the UK after appearing on Old Top Gear, helping Clarkson lap the diesel Jag in under 10 minutes around the
I
ring.
do that in a van.
He managed a 9:59. She then annihilated his time in the diesel Jag with a 9:12. Now famously saying, if you wouldn't mind doing that again.
I do that in a van.
Was doing that in a van. Coming back a series later to fulfill that challenge, to only miss out by 9 seconds. Going on later in her career to help present the new Top Gear with the bunch of others. Sabine has sadly been fighting cancer since 2017, succumbing to it in March 2021 after a long battle. Has anyone got any memories?
Yeah, I think it's a very sad news. I kind of lost track with what Sabine was about with when the old Top Gear went. I had seen her on the new Top Gear. I think she was also a little bit. She was on Fifth Gear as well.
Yeah.
Quite obviously an amazing personality. The bits when she'd been on Top Gear was absolutely awesome. No age at all to lose your life to such a horrible disease at the end of the day. So yeah, my thoughts are with Sabrine and her family. May she rest in peace.
Anne, you got any outstanding memories or?
I was quite young when obviously she was doing a lot of the stuff. I remember hearing of her growing up, and I remember seeing her like on Top Gear a couple of times, and I know she was famous for the Nürburgring, but other than that, I didn't really kind of know much about her. Obviously, like any motorsport person, it's kind of sad to see them losing their life. No matter what they're battling, it's obviously not nice to hear.
Jez, any thoughts?
I'm just the same as RJ and Anne, really. I didn't really know her that well, obviously because of my age and stuff like that. But no, Top Gear really, introduced me to her, and from that point, then you sort of just, even though you don't know her, you fall in love with her. If that makes sense, I don't know. But yeah, no, it's very sad news. Thoughts with the family.
Yeah.
And Ian.
I watch a lot of Nürburgring videos on YouTube very, very frequently. And one of the things when you watch Sabine go round is she always says, "Come on, get out of my way." I can't do the accent, but she knew it. She just knew that track like the back of her hand, and she could drive anything round it. It's a big loss. It's a big loss, but she'll be around in people's memories for a long time. So,
yeah, definitely leaving behind a legacy and good memories of them.
Yeah, I think when we done the last live, we spoke about Murray Walker passing away. He passed away on the anniversary of my mum's birthday on the 13th of March. And then we had Sabrine, but then we also had Johnny Dumfries died as well, which was a Scottish racing driver. Again, only in his 60s. I think this was a few days after when Sabrine had passed away. So, yeah, March has not been a great month for us people that love motorsports and cars. It's been a very sad one, to be honest. We managed to get. I'm curious to know. Have we got a picture of this Ford?
Let's see if I can get one quick.
I want to know what it looks like.
what's the chances of a Ford club doing a Nürburgring weekend?
Around the M25 even.
That's a bit
About
too
6
risky.
days for that, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'll see you at Thurrock. Yeah.
Yeah, not much is coming up for Ford Titmus.
Is it? No, okay.
No.
Okay.
Nothing I can show anyway.
Type in Abby Titmus.
Oh God, here we go.
Oh, dear.
It's that type of show. Alcohol in that. Yeah, it's not.
Oh, Missy's ready for bed.
Yeah.
I have to agree with Dave's comment. It's just put up.
Go on.
There you go.
I think Nuremberg should build a statue to her. R.I.P. Queen Sabine. I think that's quite a good idea, to be fair.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
I agree with
definitely.
that.
A lasting tribute to her.
The Schmidt Corner.
Yeah.
So if you could take your car around Nuremberg or Hockenheim, where would you take it and why? I mean, you can only pick one or the other.
Oh.
So I'm thinking maybe Ian's got more of I'm only looking at this from an age perspective. The Nuremberg seems to be the place that if you want to see how fast your car can go around the track. Hockenheim is more if you've got the ball to be able to take your car around the track. But the amount of people that took their Formula One cars around Hockenheim and never managed to make it at the end of the race because it was that much of a daring play. I'd like to go Hockenheim for 5 miles an hour around the track. I think that'd be good.
Sightseeing.
But yeah, definitely one of them places was not for the faint-hearted, as I kind of remember. So yeah, I think that's pretty much. I think we got a couple more quick questions coming, Bob.
Liam says should just be Eurotunnel and a restaurant hotel for a couple of nights and then Nürburgring ticket.
Nürburgring ticket.
Sounds like a plan, Liam.
Yes. Don't let him go round that car though. Oh,
God! He might beat me.
he might
beat me
be.
now.
Yes, I'll go round in the note. I haven't told Tina yet. I'm going to go round in the note.
Silent.
Where's Mr. Miller tonight? Has he got his Honda top on? Is he there?
Liam,
He's
you
gone.
want me in a minute?
He's
Tom,
watching
come
Love
here.
Island. He's watching Love Island on YouTube.
He's changing his top.
No,
that's
he's
what
on the
doing.
PlayStation.
He knows. He knows.
He's playing the
Someone's
PlayStation.
asking for you.
Playing the
Puffing and puffing.
PlayStation. What's he playing?
Come on.
Is he going around the Nürburgring?
No, he's here.
No, I'm
He
chilling.
he could go round
He's
there.
here.
I'm chilling.
No, you're on the PlayStation.
Yeah, chilling.
How's your truck?
Honest answer?
Go on, I'm curious to know.
Rough. It's in a
Rough?
bad state. Yeah.
Rough.
Put it this way, on the clock is over 1 million miles.
That's not bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Has he got one of them orange Paul? Has he got a change
No.
for it? Oh.
It's 12 plates.
No, that's what I'm guessing. I'm just guessing. That's what I'm guessing.
I want to see
No.
your white vest top
No.
With your
with
eggs
eggs down it.
No.
It's all right.
You
What's
only
your
went for 3 months.
Yeah.
what's your handle on the seat?
Oh my God, John.
They
Maverick.
must have oh dear.
Not Jack Boy or anything like that. Then
No.
No. Oh.
What's the brake horsepower, Liam? Give me some specs.
I bet it's bloody powerful. Name on the back.
10 speed, 12 speed. What's he got?
It's a
Lowered?
daft. It ain't gonna have much.
It's all right.
It ain't gonna have much, lad.
I think it's 12 speed, I think.
It goes to show how much them vehicles have come on.
he drives the vehicle.
Yes.
He doesn't even know how many gears it's got.
I drive the bus.
Because it's automatic.
Yeah, no, I think it is 12 speed, to be fair.
It's alright, in 3 months' time, he's getting a Mercedes lorry.
Merc.
Oh, well.
German rubbish.
Yeah,
Potentially.
we won't go there.
The worst couldn't go.
It could be VW, right?
Yeah. Yeah, really horrible.
Should be a Scania.
One track.
Should be a
There's a
Scania,
proper
really.
pain.
So where's the current? Can I highlight this question here? Hockenheim, the old F1 track. Where are the current German F1? Is there a Capri still held in Germany? If so, what's the name of the track? Do we know?
Pass.
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest.
Say that again.
Do they still hold a Grand Prix in Germany? If so,
They did do the Nürburgring last season. I
Not
think
all
was.
of it, is it?
No, yeah,
No,
not all of it.
Short
No.
version they do.
Not all 127 corners, the original, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a one long Grand Prix.
I can't remember the
I
length.
don't think they're there this. I don't think they're doing it in there this year. They're doing Italy twice this year.
right, okay. And I presume they stopped doing Hockenheim purely down to how dangerous the thing is. As Dave's put there, I can just see my focus in the trees there, and that's kind of how you come out of a chicane or go into that chicane. That's so much speed, and hopefully you was going to come out the other end, but then your car would be up in the trees. An amazing track.
Always,
It took loads of lives.
could always cut the trees down, but I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
Safety first. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, they're
dear.
definitely not doing it there this year.
Are they not? I won't give it to
No. Although this year it's going on until December.
December.
A bit cold.
From
December.
the ice. Even better.
That's it.
Well, the last one's in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, is that?
Ah,
That's in
right,
Yorkshire,
yeah.
isn't it?
Oh, fair enough.
That did you say the Derby?
Abu Dhabi.
I just
I don't
don't think you're pronouncing that very well. It still sounds like Derby. Abu Dhabi.
I think that's it.
Dubai.
I think they've got a new track this year because I'm sure have they ever done it in Japan?
Yes.
Have they?
That's where James Hunt won the title in 1976.
Because that's in October.
Isn't that a Park Street circuit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
It's on the tip of my tongue, Japan.
Suzuka? Yeah.
That's it.
No.
That's
That's
it.
it.
Something like that. Isn't it?
Suzuka Twin Dave.
Dave just hit the nail on the head. Isn't that where maybe that's where all this Hockenheim's hitting in my head? Nicky Lauda when he so some people say that's the day they died. Other people say different, but obviously it weren't.
Wasn't
But,
it?
Yeah, Hockenheim.
Jim Clark, was that his name? Josh brought out, yeah.
Yeah, Jim Clark. Well, he had the chance of between racing in Germany and Britain, weren't it?
Yeah.
And he had 2 races according to what was on thing. I remember those when I was a kid. People like Jim Clark, or the Damien Hills dad, all those guys, the Jackie Stewarts of the world, those racing cars having them pictures on the wall and that. But listening to how good Jim Clark was, I think unless you looked at that program on the Grand Tour, you didn't realise how good a driver he actually was. And that fatal day, yeah, they said the actual speed that he was going and how that car could come apart. And he was quite, I think he kind of beat records that was absolutely quite mad. That to someone that was going to race somewhere in the morning and then he'd go to somewhere else of a night and he'd do another race there and he'd be winning these races. But he always said there was something wrong somewhere on that car, and he had that ear for hearing certain things. But yeah, no, that was a sad loss. I think probably the biggest racing driver that we've, if we can call it the British Isles. He was absolutely mad. But I do remember, getting back to Dave's question, I do remember that very well. I'm massive. Those that know me know I'm a massive James Hunt fan. Was it Ronnie Peterson? Did he not die in 1978, where James Hunt kind of held himself a little bit responsible when he tried to pull him out the car, and they pulled him out the car, and he later died in hospital. I think how much cars have come on in Formula One now compared to then. I think you went to work then knowing that, you know what, I might not be home tonight, love. I think now you expect to go to work as a Formula One driver. Mind you, there was that guy. Who was that guy a little while ago? He had a bad
Hulkenberg?
Yeah, was it him? Yeah, he was.
There's been a few accidents, though, aren't there?
He went through the barrier.
As well, weren't there? 17-year-old.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that year Felipe Massa got injured. He got the head injury.
Yeah.
And he went through his helmet.
Mm.
I mean, I know I've seen Michael Schumacher's son's racing now, isn't he?
Mick.
He's joined in memory.
You don't hear a lot of Michael Schumacher's brother though now, do you? He seems to go off the ball very quickly. Ralph.
I think, well, you don't hear about Michael even anymore, but I think they've kind of closed the gates a little bit just because of, well, how badly the guy is. I mean, from what I last heard, he's not in a great position at all. He's got private carers, he can't talk, he can't walk, can't do nothing for himself at all.
I do honestly believe it's very sad what happened with Michael, but that point about for Formula One racing drivers, I can still personally, I don't know, everyone goes on about, we all go on about Ford Fair, that the Silverstone and that, and it's become as a Ford owner, it that all symbolises being a Ford owner. when I was a kid growing up, the F1 British Grand Prix was never at Silverstone. I don't remember hearing about it being at Silverstone. It was always at the Brands Hatch. And for us to go there last year for Full Power Live, yeah, that was like, I think that's probably been the one event that meant more to me than anything else, knowing that your idols like Guggon ran that track at some point. But I do honestly believe those racing drivers were of a much different caliber to what we've got now. That, like I said, when you look at that footage of Nicky Lauda at Hockenheim, Ronnie Peterson, and God knows how many other drivers that did honestly lose their lives, and surely something was in their contracts where it was one of them jobs that you didn't know if he was going to be, if he was going to finish the race at the end of the day. And Bob mentioned people like Jim Clark and all the rest of it. I think maybe what's the from a British perspective, who's our biggest icon we got left in that? Would it be Jackie Stewart? Would I be right with that? Is he the biggest iconic driver that's still alive at the present?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah. I
No
think
one else comes to mind.
Dave's mentioned this. I weren't. Dave, I weren't even aware of that. Was the GP in Britain originally held in Aintree? That's over your neck of the woods, Ian, isn't it? Aintree in Essex. Is that right? Have I got that right?
Aintree's Liverpool.
Is it in Liverpool? They moved it. Buggers.
How'd you get a car to jump over a fence?
Oh dear. There goes Anne around Beecher's Brook.
That's it.
Through it.
That's next weekend, isn't it? Grand National next weekend.
Is it?
I think so. Don't quote me, but I think so.
Wow. Well, guys, I think we're pretty much done. It's been an amazing night. Thank you all for joining. Ian, thank you for jumping on. Jez, thank you for being on for the whole live. It's appreciated. Also,
No worries.
and Bob and everyone on the different platforms that are still with us. I think we've got about 13 there at the moment. Ramps, Duke of Hazard star. Yes. Yes.
That's the way.
Bob, I'll close over to you, bud.
Yeah, thanks for everyone for being on. RJ and Jez, Ian, thank you for joining. Cheers for taking part. Everyone watching at home, thank you. Yeah, if anyone wants to say any words before we shut down, now's the chance.
Yeah.
Just well done. Cracking live, everyone. Good job.
Well, cool. I have got a message for Ian. I hear on the news today that some more records were broken by Harry Kane. Are you going to give me the sad news that he's finally beaten Jimmy Greaves' record? Is that the record he broke?
I'm not going to say nothing about football, RJ.
Come on,
If
no,
you want
I'm
to.
serious,
If you want to.
no. Has Harry Kane beaten Jimmy Greaves' record?
I don't know, but I will say that Jimmy Greaves, I've met him many times. He used to live across the road from me.
Oh, did he really? Wow.
Yeah, and very, very nice gentleman. Unfortunately, not so very well. But go on, RJ, inform me.
No, I just feel that you've been. He was one player that I didn't realise how good he was until I'd always knew of him because of Saint and Greavesy show and how he should have got that World Cup place and he didn't. But when you look at his goal to game ratio, probably one of the best players in the world for that, if not the biggest in Britain ever. And it's a record that I didn't want Harry Kane to be honest. But I think he's that close to it, and if he hasn't done it already, I think he will do for very, very soon.
Not far off.
No, he's not far off. Anyway, Anne.
Jim,
You're on TikTok again, aren't you? Are you TikTok?
you've been sleeping 10 minutes.
It's all about gin.
Yeah.
It's been a weekend of drinking.
Cool.
Making the most of an Easter weekend off.
Yeah, might as well.
Well, this is it. British F1 GP at Aintree 55, 57, 59, 61, and 62. Wonder why
That's
they got
impressive.
it. That is nice, but that is very impressive. Very impressive. Anyway, it's a good night from him.
Good night from me.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, guys, to take care. Have a great week. We will put whenever the next live
Gorgeous.
is. Whenever the next live and that is, I think we can only put it up to 7 days, Bob, isn't it?
It's 7 days before. That's just on the Facebook side.
Before it happens. But yeah, just quickly, those that have not got Purefall, I think you still got to sort yours out, Bob, haven't you?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll see a few people down at Purefall. We get the numbers up. I think is F Isle of Wight. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen with IOW, to be absolutely honest. I really don't honestly know. I think apart from people that maybe have booked things over there, I'm not sure from me. But I know as regards to, I'm looking at Pureford still for me as being the opener, to be absolutely honest. And
Might not be nationals.
Well, you don't know what's happening yet, do you?
I find out on the 13th of April.
Well, let's go up in case you ain't got a ticket and you have to pay an extortionate price.
I think, from what I've heard, I think it'll be very unlikely me making Pureford.
Right, well,
now
you can't.
They hadn't changed the date; it'd have been fine.
Well, this is it. And someone,
but, you know.
Anyway, that's enough.
Can't please them all.
Time is getting on. It's 9:30. Thank you everyone for joining. Have a great week, Ian. Have a great week, Jez and Bob, and whoever else has been on the chat. We really appreciate everyone making it. So,
RJ, I'd just like to say, RJ, I know, mate, if ever you need a break from this, you take that. We all understand, mate. You do a lot of work, so you need to take a back seat for a while. Not a problem.
No worries, bud. I appreciate
telling
it.
him this.
There you go.
We all tell him. We all tell him.
Yeah, we'll tell him. Tell him.
Get off.
Get off. Yeah, go away.
You can't stay off.
You can't. It's so hard to get bad people nowadays. Anyway, go ahead.
And on that bombshell.
Yeah. Ian, I appreciate it, fella. You guys all to take care, and we'll catch you on the flip side, as they say, Liam. He's gone, isn't he? Yeah. Have a good night, everyone. Speak soon. Bob, I'll let you shut down. Take care, guys.
Good night.
Yeah. Thanks again, guys. Everyone enjoy your Easter weekend. See you later.
And you. See ya.